right, so let me ask you a few questions.
Okay.
Be
easy.
I will.
It's Friday.
You get asked a lot of questions, most likely. What's the thing that most people ask you? What's your number one question from tourists?
I think the number one question of all is, what does Earth look like from space?
Sure.
Everybody wants to know that. It's a simple answer. It's just one of the most gorgeous things you can imagine. I did see my first vision of Earth, dreaming about this all my life, and finally, after about 45 minutes after liftoff, we're on the other side of the Earth, and my job to open the payload bay doors. I hadn't seen Earth yet.
Really?
Dreamed about it, but I hadn't seen it. So when I hit the button to start the payload bay doors open, my goodness, I'm looking right, starting to open up. I'm over Australia. 5 minutes ago, I lifted off from Kennedy. Now I'm over Australia, and the whole door's open. I can see from Perth to Sydney.
Oh, wow.
And what even enhanced this whole evolution was right next to me at that time was the first Australian ever to fly in space. I thought my heart was going to absolutely jump out of my chest.
Oh, my goodness. All right, so just to confirm, when you took off, the Earth was round. It was not flat.
It is round.
Okay, good to know,
I've got lots
guys.
of photographs to approve it.
There we go. It's solved forever. Okay, great. So, other question for you. This one you might not get a lot. I know your travel's been amazing. What's the worst part about being in space? I heard that you almost have a vomiting sensation when you're in 0 G's because the gravity's not keeping stuff down. What's the worst part?
The worst part is adjusting to weightlessness.
Really?
You know, we've been living in this thing called gravity all of our lives. And the first moment you're released, you get into space, you get out of your chair, and you start floating instead of walking. So for the whole first day, I grew 2 inches in height.
What?
There's no gravity to keep you compressed. My heart got about 50% larger.
What?
You lose about 8 pounds of body fluid. You go to the bathroom continually for the first couple of days because they have a lot more fluid. You and I have a lot standing here on Earth pulled down to the bottom extremities by gravity. When you get into space, there's no gravity, so all this fluid moves upward. And the body says, help, get rid of this stuff.
Yeah.
So the first couple of days, you go to the bathroom a whole lot. You lose all sense of balance because there's no gravity working on your inner ear and your head feels like it's expanding. So as a matter of fact, we learned in the early stages, don't schedule a lot of strenuous activity on the very first day.
Right.
Don't do spacewalks and all that kind of stuff. Give the body a good day to adjust, but it's a magnificent machine. After about the 24 hours, you've elongated your body, you've lost some weight, your heart's gotten larger, your balance is gone, but you've learned how to contend with it. So after about 24 hours, you don't feel bad. As a matter of fact, it kind of makes you feel lazy because if you and I were in space right now, we wanted to go to the ceiling, we'd push with our big toe and off the floor and we go. So.
Did it take a lot of time to get used to the gravity again when you got back to Earth?
Coming back to Earth, it's a problem. You know, for a normal space shuttle mission of a week, 10 days, it's going to take you a couple of days back on Earth to regain your balance.
Yeah.
Drink all the fluid back that you lost. Go through the pain of recovery, you know, where your spinal column has collapsed again, and learn how to walk. So it's quite an experience, and it's well worth all the stuff you go through to get up there and get back.
That sounds amazing. John, you are a badass. I apologize for my language.
That's all right.
Gracious me. That is so cool.